Ladies and gentlemen, senora e senores, I think that's correct. Welcome to Vancouver. It is an absolutely gorgeous day, and you're here with Suited and Booted. To my left,
Riz, man, I feel delirious.
Delirious Riz. Delirious. To my right,
Number 10.
and I'm Jarogba, man. We're all a bit hungover, but we weren't drinking.
Yeah. Wow.
That was absolutely insane. And all of the content that we're shooting at this tournament is going to be shot on the Samsung Ultra S26. It's a gun of a phone. So thank you once again to the people at Samsung. Guys, man, our voices are cooked. My body's cooked. We're up till 4 or 5 a.m. laughing at some stupid stuff that you guys will never see the light of day.
You'll hear about it on Patreon.
Yeah. Jerome.
Will they?
Jerome,
they already heard
can I
about
just
it.
say,
It's already been filmed.
can I just say, last night, imagine being in, like, you're in primary school, in school camp, and you've got 8 people in one room, and one guy is so funny that the whole room cannot sleep because everyone's just laughing at different times, and it's making everyone crack
like
up.
school camp,
That was last night, bro.
Yeah, it was fun.
Hey, but yesterday afternoon, even before we were gone, we were done for the day before we even got to the
Do
stadium.
you feel like you've played a game?
Bro,
My body, I felt like I played 45 minutes last night.
Bro, legit. Okay, guys, we're all over the place, so just bear with us. But I'm going to try to do this chronologically so we can give you guys some type of story here that makes sense. So, to be honest, first couple of days, man, we've had to find a common stuff. We're stayed in Vancouver, and honestly, I love this city. First and foremost, like, this place is incredible. Everyone's really nice. I know I say that everywhere I go these days.
It's beautiful. It's actually like the CBD is constructed so well. They've shut down the main strip.
Yeah.
You've got waterfronts around the CBD. It's beautiful.
Yeah, guys, visit Vancouver. And visit Vancouver if that's a travel group and you want to pay us to, go ahead, honestly. But yesterday was obviously the big game, and we had a full schedule. In the morning, we were just running around trying to get stuff done. And then the first order of call was the Green and Gold Army march from the hotel to a bar near the stadium.
Yeah, which was 4 p.m. The game kicked off at 9 p.m.
Yeah, 5 hours before the game. I think there would have been over 1,000 people in that march.
True Aussie fashion. What time should we do prees? 8 hours before kickoff.
Yeah, literally. Bro, that march was incredible. I think there would have been about 1,000 to 1,500 people walking. We had a police escort through the whole city centre. And everyone was filming us like we were celebrities or something. It was weird as.
Yeah. GG Army, they know what they're doing, man. They shut down Vancouver.
They shut down Vancouver,
They
man.
shut it down for a walk.
So we walked all the way. I think it would have been about 20 minutes. Then these guys stole a speaker off some random guy and started playing Aussie tunes.
Yeah, we didn't like fight him or something. He was
No.
willingly, he was like kind of
Borrowed.
playing music. We were like, no, we're taking over the music.
Well,
now.
where I say that the element, the word stole sounds strong, but where it did get a little bit, he didn't want to walk 1.5 kilometers with us holding his speaker. We've taken him far away from where he was.
His plan for the day was he was going to walk outside his hotel room, hold the speaker up, play a tune. Everyone was going to go, eh, and then just walk off.
Yeah.
And we were like, no, you're coming with us.
You're coming with us,
Jake's
pal.
holding the speaker,
And
and
so
we're playing Land Down
We've
Under.
got to give Rashid credit for Rashid. It was Rashid's idea to take the speaker. Where I'm going to take some credit is I talked Rashid out of playing a Teo Ritchie song, which is, if you know what that is.
Can I sing it?
Yeah, sing it.
World Cup, hey, everybody jump, hey. World Cup, hey, everybody jump. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah. Rashid wanted to put that.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh God, Rashid, like, from a content point of view, that might be hilarious, but I think the people want Land Down Under.
Yeah.
And luckily,
'Cause there was a bunch of, like,
luckily
yeah.
we went with that.
Hey,
a
and
bunch of
Land
old
Down
Aussie
Under
guys.
went off, bro.
Yeah, it did.
Land Down Under, Jerome had
Land
a
and
hot take.
under.
Have you changed your... Okay, let's
He had a
just tell
hot
the
take
people...
before we went.
Revisit the hot take. If you watch the Street Talk video that went out yesterday, you'll know what we're talking about. But, Jerome, what was your hot take, and do you take it back?
You know, even yesterday when you guys were singing Mr. Brightside in the stadium, I sat down in silence. I just hate those type of songs where everyone loves them. The only Aussie song that I genuinely love that everyone else loves is Holy Grail. For some reason.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Yesterday, I played Holy Grail. The mood just dropped straight away.
Because it's a footy song.
Yeah, because it's Victoria's heavy.
Yeah, it's
But
the song they
Land Down
play.
Under was hype.
I don't.
Big
You know what wasn't played yesterday, bro? Horses.
Yeah, people
someone
saying
did
that.
say that to us.
We were
should've
like,
played that.
Jake had been carrying the speaker for like 300 meters.
By
at
the
point
way,
it weighed
heaviest
like
thing
40
I've ever carried.
kilos.
I was
we were like,
I was panting.
Fucking subwoofer.
Time to
yeah.
finish.
Fucking subwoofer that. So then we get to the bar, and to be fair, bro, they basically, Green and Gold Army basically hired out the Vancouver Canucks, or whatever their team name is, the hockey arena. And the whole thing was just for Green and Gold Army members. They had waitresses. There was one I fell in love with. If you're watching this, I love you. I think she gave me a Coors Light.
There was like 40 waitresses. I don't know if she's going to know who that is. But
The black girl.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, we're in there. That was serving like poutine, chicken wings. Not Vladimir, the one with the gravy and the chips and the cheese. We get there. Yeah, that was sick. We were
little
mingling around.
taco things.
Little tacos.
They had Simon Hill, Craig Moore,
Daniel
Daniel
Garber.
Garb on the
Daniel
on the mics.
Garber. Daniel Garber.
Daniel Garber.
Hey, we've seen Garby everywhere, man. Every
Yeah,
corner I
Garby's
turn,
active.
Garby's there.
There is one guy that's more active than Garb, but I won't out him. Bro.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh,
Mate,
yeah.
he's
that's-
active.
that's- someone
But
just
actually, that's
posting
something else.
whatever we post.
That's something else.
No, not
that
him.
Even before we got to the Green and Gold Army walk, was like you just walk down the street, you see so many Aussies that you know, or so many Aussies that you kind of cross paths with, or you kind of met before.
Bro, who have we seen everywhere and he's
Joey
been off
Lynch.
his face?
Ah, yes, of
Yeah,
course. Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, actually, do you know what we should say just quickly before we get in further? The amount of Aussies that are just screaming out suited and booted and stuff and not getting around
Right.
us, we owe you guys the biggest thank you.
It's like we're in Melbourne.
It is so crazy, man. We're walking back 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 1 p.m., 12 p.m. We did 30,000 steps yesterday, and everywhere we look, there's a green and gold jersey, and every 2 blocks, there's people screaming out suited and booted. So
Yeah.
we owe you a lot of thank yous, people in Vancouver. Everyone back home, the love is definitely spreading. So thank you very much.
We had a Nor Bodic chant.
Bodic
yesterday.
chant.
He's
bro.
becoming a legend.
So
in
on that,
Vancouver.
we left the bar because apparently it was going absolutely off at Dublin Calling, this Irish pub in the middle of the city, and boy was it going off. When I got there, it was like I was at a festival and you couldn't walk through people. Like genuinely, there was like traffic, human traffic, and I was stuck. Like you couldn't move. I lost the boys, then I found them again, and in typical without these two, especially this guy, Rash goes, we have to get in the middle. And I was like, all right, come on. We go in the middle, and instantly they're chanting suited and booted. We get there. Rash is going crazy in there, and then I'm like, we got to do something here.
Riz has got us about 500,000 likes.
Yeah, Rash's idea
in 12 hours.
Yeah. So then Rash, I guess me and Rash sort of agreed that I had to do a shoey. Out of my favourite shoes, by the way, the Neon 95s.
And he didn't have a beer.
And I didn't have a beer. I was like, give me a beer. I was like stone cold. I was like, give me a beer. Give me a fucking beer.
I don't know if you've painted the picture pretty well, but I don't know if people understand like how many Aussies are packed into
Bro.
this. Like sardines.
Sardines,
bro.
causing
You
havoc
actually
as
can't
well.
even move.
You can't move.
And we're squeezing right to get into the centre. And they're going crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
So you can't move, but they're also all going crazy. So you're trying to
Drunkards.
walk-
Like, the Canadian police force is the nicest police force I've ever met, by the
Yeah.
way. And even they're getting a little bit nervous
Yeah.
around these type of Aussies.
I've never
man.
been pushed away that nice in my life. Like
Did
the guy
we-
pushed me, excuse me, sir. And I was like, okay, man, fair enough.
Did you say, I don't know if you said this, but this was back now, so we've left
Yeah,
the
yeah. I
Green
said
Gold. Okay,
Dublin
cool,
Calling.
cool.
Yeah. So this is in the city centre, right?
Yeah.
It is, bro, it is off chops. Like, we are getting bombarded. People are off their face, bro, but like in the best
good
way
way.
possible.
Positive
Yeah.
way.
What's a similar street in Sydney? Because it's the equivalent of Burke Street in Melbourne has been shut down for like nothing is going through other than foot traffic.
Bro, it'd
of
be
World
like
Cup.
it'd be like where QV is in Sydney, QVB. that street there.
On New Year's Eve.
Yeah, on New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
No,
it's like-
worse.
Worse.
Like, you can move on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Bro, you could not move. There were people ripping smoke bombs, safe smoke. Chants. People were climbing like these sort of, what were they? Like they were climbing the...
I don't know, barriers or something.
barriers and like poles.
Tables.
Yeah, tabletops. And chanting. We get in there. I do a shoey. Fucking... I've never done a shoey in my life. Let's just put it that way.
I didn't know that.
I've never done a shoey in my life. Get in there, do the shoey, knock it back. Everyone starts chanting. I'm like, this is the greatest moment of my life. Then they tell everyone to sit down. So like 1,000 people sit down and they do the slow chant. And then everyone jumps up and bro, it was chaos. It's one of our best videos. Go check it out.
Yeah.
So much love being shown by everyone.
There was also chanting suited and booted. Everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
At one point was chanting suited and booted.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I genuinely couldn't believe it. I was like,
It's mad,
bro. We love you guys,
Bunch
man.
of
honestly.
maniacs, man.
It's just, I've got to say, like, this was a dream of ours, but being here at the World Cup is like, we haven't got jet lag. We've walked 30,000 steps. We've been buzzing. It's just been this energy of the tournament.
Yeah.
It's so cool to actually physically be here with the amount of like right now when we're shooting this, Japan-Netherlands is playing, and it's like, what a game. Like, do you know?
So we're like, all right, boys, let's get back to the hotel, refresh, and just get ready, charge our phones and stuff because we knew we were going to need them. And then we walked, I think it was like 20 minutes to the stadium. Bro, I didn't know there was going to be that many people there. Like, the line to get in, it moved pretty quick, but it was a packed out stadium. I believe it was 52,000.
Yeah, it was.
In the end.
It felt like more.
It felt
such
like
a
more.
Beautiful
Yeah.
stadium, wasn't it?
Perfect football stadium, like genuinely it's perfect. Now, I got to give it up to the Turks. At the start when they did the decibel test, they were flying. Like, it was...
They were loud, man.
They were loud, bro. And they're known to be loud. Like, I think Galatasaray has the loudest stadium in the world. But, like, they were loud. And I was like, oh, my God, it's going to be a long day. So we're sort of just soaking it in. We see every bloody person under the sun. I wish I was in that block of green and gold, though. Look at me complaining. But... we were on the halfway line, and we actually couldn't complain about our seats. They were like the best seats in the house.
A couple of things that's been interesting for the people that aren't in Vancouver or know what's going on necessarily here in the World Cup is two things stood out to me that's unique. Is you have to go into a stadium with a see-through bag, which is interesting. Like, you can't take a black bag in. You've got it's whatever your belongings you have to be visible on entrance. And then if you want to buy a beer, which is like $20, $25 US or whatever, you've got to have your passport with you in the stadium. So, like, a couple of admin things that are a bit of, like, nightmares for people.
Yeah, it was crazy. Let's get into the game, man. So, the game kicks off.
Well, let's get into the starting 11.
Well, yes, starting 11.
Massive decisions, bro.
Yeah, well done, Jake.
Yeah.
So, I think the biggest decisions, just off the top of my head, Patrick Beach, which we'll speak about, started in goals. Jackson Irvine didn't start. It was Paul Ocon.
Yep.
Aaron
Kunda started.
Kunda started.
Hasn't started a lot of football under Tony Popovic since he took over.
Were you guys surprised by the back three? With that
No.
Harrington wasn't in it?
I wasn't
No.
experienced.
Yeah,
kind of talk about that a little
I think a little bit, only because I thought that was the one thing that might have been predictable with Popper because he played the same back three in both warm-up games. I thought he's done that for them to build a relationship, you know?
Yeah.
I reckon Harrington might start against Paraguay. We'll see.
Clean sheet, though. Will he change it?
Maybe not. But they took a battering last night, those boys. Those boys were like...
Yeah, I mean, we got to get into the style at some point. But just on let's go on to Beach, bro.
Well, before that, you look at Turkey's lineup. I was speaking to a football person before the game, and he said, bro...
Just giving away who that is.
He actually said, he goes, Turkish players, they're all they've got like 3 or 4 insane individuals, but like a team, I don't know. Australia has always had that sort of, there's no I in team mentality. Game starts, and look, to be fair, there was no real point where, in the first half, where I thought, oh my God, we're getting absolutely peppered here. Like, we had a few chances, we went forward a few times. Obviously, Turkey had more of the ball. That was always going to happen. And then, out of nowhere, Paul Ocon, Jake, talk us through the pass.
Really, what's amazing about the pass, I think first thing I will say about Paul Ocon, Rashid made a good point, and this is probably, if you've played, you'll appreciate it. But say what you said about his first touch.
Yeah, if you look at the first time he gets the ball, right, he's obviously he's a young guy, it's his first World Cup, and it's such a massive step up from...
First year in senior football.
A-League, yeah. Well, not even just stepping into A-League, first of all, and like having a good solid season, but then going straight from A-League to playing against Turkey at a World Cup, starting 11, right? It's such a big game for such a young guy. And the first time he gets the ball, he gets it kind of in a situation where it's like, doesn't come to him clean. I think he maybe won it or someone else won it. And it's in transition. He gets the ball. There's like 4 or 5 Turk players around him. He drops his shoulder, turns out casual, and plays it back to Patrick Beach and just alleviates all the pressure off Australia.
Like he's been there before.
And I was like, okay, this guy... And we said, even though it's a wild card to start him, he deserves to be there, man. And I actually think, go on, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but he has such a high ceiling for where he can play. He's such an athlete. He glides around the park. He's so calm on the ball. And we were saying early on, if he can get 50, 60 touches, he can dictate the whole game for you.
He should have 50, 60 touches in a half. That's how good he is. We should play through him. But to your question, Jerome, his ball to Nestri and Kunda, it was centimetre perfect. It was a 40-yard pass. But what's difficult about that pass is one of the worst passes you can play as a midfielder that has, I guess, a high chance of error is a straight long ball. And his was a straight long pass, which, this direction has purpose. But it was such a difficult ball to play. Nestri's so quick. He's hit it so perfect. He gave Nestri a chance. And then I don't know if we realised how good Nestri's goal was live until you watch it back.
I think the first touch, we thought was a bit of an accident. But then when you watch it back, it looks like he actually clips it around him deliberately.
He does.
He's so quick, bro.
How he at that speed?
I said I actually had a delayed reaction on the goal because I thought he put it wide. He tucked
it look a little bit like it went wide.
He tucked it so neatly in the bottom corner that I actually thought he put it wide. So I had like a delayed VAR fucking reaction. But I thought he headed it for some reason between it. But he showed such great power and speed. But also, I don't just want to say he's a P&P, pace and power. The touch was delicate enough, timed perfectly, and then the finish was just easy, bro. He just stroked it, paused.
And he's also almost falls over, regains composure, passes it in the corner. But what I will say is, Jerome, you said it was kind of out of nowhere. I did say early on they look vulnerable at the back. They did look vulnerable, especially in transition, which obviously we caught them 2 times in transition, but they did look vulnerable in attack, and I thought they would be better than what they were, or at least what we made them look like. Now, obviously, they looked good. They dominated the game. They had all the possession, yes, but they looked very vulnerable going the other way defensively.
We couldn't believe it, bro. The stadium erupted.
It was a special moment when he scored.
Special moment. And then, what minute was that? I don't even remember, bro.
Yeah.
Nor what minute was the goal?
Yeah.
Okay, so for the rest of the half, I think Turkey, they kicked into another gear. And I remember one of you saying, this is the worst time to concede.
It would have been halftime.
Yeah, 35 onwards, I reckon they started getting the ball in deeper positions, closer to goal, I mean. But they would always go out to that Barrios or whatever, that blonde winger. Bro, he had to do the same thing every time because we just checked him.
Yeah.
It was the same thing. He got the ball.
That's where we've got to talk about the defensive stuff, though, because there was a lot of periods where we're suffering as a team. You feel the pressure. You can see Tony Popovic is animated because it seems like the energy in the stadium and the way they're playing with the ball is like they're going to score. But Sutar was massive in so many moments with his headers, with his quality.
Huge.
Chikati was composed. Jordi Boss honestly played like he was a left back from Real Madrid the whole game, and we're gonna have to talk about him a bit more. But Italiano got tested the most defensively, I felt, and he didn't give an inch.
Yeah.
He didn't give an inch to anyone. Burgess was solid.
Actually, he gave him 7 inches. Really, he gave that winger 7 inches.
I thought
Let's be real.
defensively, like, all right, we played a low block, we made it difficult, but like, they still got tested one-on-one many a times. There were still tough balls that went in where our defense got tested many a times. Like 60, 70 attacks they had in the front third. They showed a graphic on the screen, and not one goal.
What I liked from a guy that's not very analytical about the game was just how many bodies were thrown at the ball. Like Sutar, Chakati, bro, all of them were just battering rams. Like, they were literally throwing themselves like, I'll stop it with my left nut, I don't care.
Yeah, it had that type of vibe, didn't it? Like, anything...
We'll get to him, I guess, a little bit later, but it's kind of relevant at this point. Metcalf, we looked at him around 35 minutes.
You said it. I didn't clock it as much as you. You thought he was tiring.
Because he was pressing. He was coming from midfield, pressing their left back.
Yeah.
And then getting back into midfield.
He ran a lot.
You know, he's running a lot, and obviously transition going forward as well. And at around 35 minutes, we were like, he's puffing. The ball came to him, and he tried to clear it, and it was like he looked like he just had no power in his kick. And we thought, oh man, I wonder if he gets taken off kind of early, and then he goes down the other end later in the game and scores. So it's hard to pick a player of the match. We'll get to that, but everyone was insane, man.
Second half for
O'Neal,
me.
Bro, are we going to speak about Beach?
Yeah, we will. I think he really showed his quality in the second half. Like, Patrick Beach,
he made the best save of the game in the first half.
The volley.
So the biggest world class.
Post.
I don't know if he touched that.
He did, bro.
He did.
It was a corner.
I remember what one you're talking about. I thought that just rattled the bar. But
No.
he was... And Aussie fans taking it too far.
That's a robbery of 3 points.
Yes. He was so composed. Like after the first 2 or 3, I'm like, bro, nothing's getting past this guy. Like, he's catching, his service, his feet, everything. Got a foot fetish. He was...
When you
was
think
unreal.
about a keeper, obviously you always pick out the little mistakes that they make. Do you remember a mistake?
No.
Do you remember?
No.
Genuinely no.
I felt as safe as a...
Yeah.
Well, not a bank in Australia, but safe as a house. Well, not even a house.
Not a house.
I just felt safe with
As a
Patrick
nightclub.
Yeah, I felt as safe as a nightclub. But no, I think what I took away, I mean, it was the biggest decision of the starting 11, without doubt, because Matty Ryan's on the verge of becoming Socceroos' most capped player ever, but he's also, last 3 months in La Liga were incredible. I don't know if it was off the Switzerland game alone where Patrick Beach was just insane in that game that he picked him. But you got to look at Patrick Beach plays for probably arguably the best team in the A-League, Melbourne City. But he plays in front of 2,000 people every week. This game is on this world stage with 50,000 people. There are 1 million Aussies behind him in the Bay of Yellow that we were talking about. Plus the pressure of Turkey, how loud they were. And he was the coolest man out there, making unbelievable saves. We talked about the save in the first half. There were two of the best free kick takers in the world that both had a chance, that both hit a perfect free kick keeper's side, that bounced before he got there, that he saved comfortably. Popovic looks like a genius now, but to Rashid's point, his composure, the way his demeanour, he was impressive.
Yeah, he was insane. A few other shout-outs. We were saying before, Geordie Boss nearly broke someone's ankle off a step over. Good old Noah Boss.
What do you call Geordie Boss?
Geordie Boss, Reece James.
Yeah, Aussie Reece James.
Yeah, he is phenomenal. Honestly,
he's got a real footballer's body and technique, right? Like the way he moves, low center of gravity, sharp as.
Yeah.
In those games, there's always 1 or 2 players that usually have stinkers. I'm not just saying this because I'm biased. I don't think that anyone played a bad game. Everyone did exactly what they were meant to do in that setup. Now, obviously, if you look at it like, he didn't have shots on target, or he didn't do this, or he didn't do that, or whatever, take that aside. We played a certain style. I don't think anyone really stunk up the gaff.
Hey, Rashid, I want to see if you'll get this. Who's a player we need to give flowers to?
give flowers to
From Australia.
Aiden O'Neill.
Wow,
Yeah,
what a
yeah.
gut. Borderline man of the match, bro.
Yeah.
Not saying Nestri, all right, he made a difference, but in my opinion, he was probably
Unsung
not
hero.
in our top 5 best players on the field. And just saying that, just being honest, he was incredible. But I'd have Aiden O'Neill, Beach, Suter, Geordie Boss, potentially Metcalf, potentially Ocon Jr. ahead of him on form. Aiden O'Neill's almost at the top of the tree, bro.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those positions where, as we all know, that if you don't really notice them, then they're probably having a good game.
Yeah,
But,
that's
if
how
you
it is.
play there, you notice the little things that they're doing.
What did you notice about, because you played there?
I just like second balls, and he just doesn't make mistakes, bro. He just doesn't make stupid mistakes. And the thing is, he's played the same way at every level that he's played at. Yeah. He plays exactly the same way, and he makes the same amount of mistakes, which is barely any.
Sign of a good player.
Yeah.
Harry Sutar, for me, was the standout at the back. I don't know how many headers this guy won. Obviously, he's 7'7", but like...
What did you say during the game about that?
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said, don't show Ian Greener this game.
Oh, yeah. Do not show Ian Greener, Harry Sutar.
Yeah.
Harry Sutar, I don't want to...
He headed every ball, man.
For context, if you're a real Buddha, you would know that we had a pod with Ian Green a long time ago, and it was talking about, it's not a laughing matter, but
Yeah, it's
CTE in football.
And no one
from
should
headers.
head the ball. And Harry Suter heads the ball
ball.
90% of his touches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think Harry Sutar kicked the ball last night.
Someone behind us laughed.
Yeah.
So they must have known the pod.
Bro, it was
you
an
gotta
American.
laugh.
It was an American.
You got to laugh.
It was an American. He goes, ha ha ha, and I wanted to turn around and say, you watched the Ian Greener rep? And he was some American, bro.
Oh, man.
Now we're
Hey.
talking about fucking MLB.
I'll tell you what, just to touch on... actually, maybe, do we want to talk about our playing style? Like, just quick, or, like,
yeah, we can. Yeah, we
Well,
can.
before we do that, I've got to say, just quickly on the Connor Metcalf goal,
Yeah.
we were talking about the dumbest shit. Like, genuinely the dumbest
It was
shit.
content, bro. We were talking about content.
Yeah. And then
Some issues that we were having with
Yes.
content.
And luckily I looked up and all I saw was his back lift and then him just stroking at pause and it's gone in. And I just thought, what the hell is happening?
That one was definitely out of nowhere because, bro, we were defending inside our own box from about 65
But he had
minutes.
space.
From about 65 minutes. And every time we were clearing it, it was just coming back in.
Just before he scored that, it felt like we were our most vulnerable. I thought Popper's subs, some of his decisions were
Brilliant.
outstanding in regards to bringing energy to the team. All the players as well. Nish came on and ran.
Yeah.
Jason, like
Jace
Aziz
was running.
Bayic, like he brought on experience. Jackson Irvine when they came on, they just added more energy so we could play the same tempo of pressing and running around that we were suffering at times.
I don't want to be like a dick rider and say everyone was like the best player I've ever seen, but like genuinely, even players that came on and maybe didn't do much did exactly what they needed to do. Like even Tete Yengi, just the little things. It's like
he
just
offered
throwing his
something.
body, getting fouls, even fouling them in bad positions so that
Threatening down the other end.
Yeah.
He's a man. Bro,
Yeah.
some of those long balls when he's running with the guy, you just like,
Yeah.
we're standing up because it's like this guy's going to eat him. And he
yeah,
did.
he might eat him.
He
Pause.
might eat him.
Like
Yeah.
he was just like once he gets his gallop on, like I feel like great point. All the subs.
Mo
were
Toure,
brilliant.
Obviously, like he's a goal scorer, but he just off the ball defensively, he was running like
He's
a
playing on
madman.
some massive, like, big name centre backs.
Yeah.
He was strong with the ball at his feet.
Huge.
I think just the Tony Popovic masterclass, 100%. Like he deserves that credit. He deserves that tagline. Big decisions. His style worked. Like I don't care what anyone says. The Arda Güler, the way he plays, his shoulder movement, his jinky. Çalhanoğlu Yildiz when he came on was incredible. But it doesn't matter who you are. When you got 9 behind the ball, it's hard to break down. Like it's frustrating. And what Çalhanoğlu said in an interview with Vince Rigari was right. When you have the ball for 75% of the game, you can't focus in minutes. Your defense has to focus in seconds because you just one ball and you're done. And that's when you're sleeping is when you have the ball. But I will say we played at 9 p.m. at night in Vancouver. The weather was great. We looked tired playing that style. If we're going to play in the middle of the day against US in Seattle and we play like that is going to be very, very tough.
Very tough.
To maintain that style, bro.
And the USA, and we'll do like a little preview, I guess, in the next step, but the USA have runners. So It's going to be tough, but yeah, I think for what it was last night, perfect execution. Mourinho masterclass from Tony Popper, and he was wearing an all-black suit like a fucking mob boss.
Yeah.
And let's also be clear, right? It wasn't, we parked the bus at points in the game, but there was also times where we pressed
passages.
high.
There was
and
passages.
we played
Times
some
where we
good
pressed
football
high.
too.
Yeah.
Yes, and we kept the ball for some periods as well. So, yes, of course, once we got a goal, or once we got 2 goals, we sat deeper. But there was times where we were pressing from the goal kick.
There was a few passages of play when we were playing it out the back, and we were a little bit of tiki-taka, like
Man.
It was just the pass, maybe the second or third final pass where we just let ourselves down. But there was a few where like off to Boss, back. Boss plays a 1-2, round the corner he goes, and it was brilliant.
I do have a little bit of a theory, which is why I wonder if Popper set it up in this way, but Ocon Engsler on the left side of midfield there, Geordie Boss left back, and Iran Kunda on the left wing there. That partnership
Threesome.
between the three
That orgy.
is very dangerous, man. It's very dangerous.
That what?
That orgy.
Yeah, he's had so many sexual references through this episode.
Are you on heat, bro?
I think I'm high.
You're on heat, huh?
I think
Yeah,
Vancouver,
Vancouver bloody.
there's weed everywhere.
There's a lot of green leaf floating around
Right.
here, man.
And one,
All right, we just got told by the hotel staff that we need to wrap it up. So this is the type of stuff we're doing for you guys back home. But without further ado, it is time for the hottest take presented by Samsung, where you guys are sending in your hottest takes, 2 suited and booted, for your chance to win a Samsung Galaxy Ultra 26. It's going to be incredible for you guys. Send in those hot takes, man. Let's get into it.
The USA media hype was right about their team.
Well, hold on. Now, first of all, Paraguay didn't do themselves any favours. Let's just get that out of the way. They didn't do themselves any favours. They had what I deem to be, I don't want to say this, but touch wood, the easiest game in the group to start off with, right? But they did look good. I can't lie, they did look good. They looked rapid. They were clinical. But let's just relax. It's just the first game. Let us do the crazy stuff.
Let me just say this, right? Okay, so Brand Finance Sports Fan Research 2026 surveyed 14,000 football fans across 14 markets ahead of FIFA World Cup 2026. FIFA 2026, which nation's fans are the most optimistic? And they got percentages for all the different countries around the world. USA are more optimistic than England.
Yeah.
44% of the fans
delusion.
think they can win it, whereas 32% of the English fans
Look,
think they can.
I was tilt on the side that there was a lot of delusion coming into the
Sorry,
tournament.
they're more confident than Portugal.
Hold on a second.
And only
Portugal
one-
has the greatest player,
and-
Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes.
And only 1%, so France is 45% and USA are 44%.
Okay, that's insane. That's too far. But USA were 3-0 up with 72% possession in the first half and then took everyone off. And Paraguay, albeit were bad, but I like to think people are bad because the team's good. I think USA is very good, man.
All right.
Very
They surprised
good, bro.
me. They were good.
Moving on to the next one.
Sorry, boys, I've lost my voice a bit, but even though we played amazing last night, we can't sustain that game style for 2 more games. One of them's going to us.
In the heat.
The heat, yeah, it's going to be hot, and it's going to get hotter gradually. So we're going Seattle and then San Francisco, so it's going to get hot. Last night would have been about 19 degrees, and we still had a drinks break, and the roof was closed, and it was the most perfect football conditions ever, and we still looked a little bit tired because of the game style. I want to be optimistic and say that that's not going to happen, but there is a part of me that's got to be honest. We can't, especially against the USA, I don't think we can sit back for like 20, 30-minute extended periods without copping something.
No, I disagree, bro. I reckon we can play like that.
Maybe we can.
Play like that.
Maybe we can.
Hopefully.
I just like the subs. I can't reiterate how important those subs were to keeping that style going. So you can do it, but we're playing middle of the day against USA in Seattle.
It's going to be tough.
That's
man.
a different ballgame.
It was
So
9 p.m.
I would
last
like
night.
to think we got to emphasize the ball a bit more there.
Yep, next.
This generation of Socceroos will do better than our golden generation.
Okay, now, this is... you can take this a few ways. Well, in the sense of maybe individuals, it's going to be hard. Okay, you got a Champions League winner in that golden generation in Harry Kewell. And then you've got players like Mark Viduka and Tim Cahill and so on and so forth. As individuals, I'm not sure. As a team, in terms of results at a World Cup, this one, you got to take it with a grain of salt because it's 48 teams. But I think if it was 32 and we played like we did last night, we could make it to the round of 16 like the Aussies did.
I think the potential's there to go far. But, let's not forget, Harry Kewell was leading the line for Leeds at 21. Viduka was playing for Celtic very early in his, 20. These guys were already on the big stage at a very young age. But the next move of a lot of our starting 11 is very potentially exciting.
We can decide this at the next World Cup when all of our young guns are going to be in their prime. They're going to be 26, 27, whatever. They're going to be in their primes. We also had Mark Schwarzer in goals.
Yeah, that's a good point
Beach,
that's a good point you boys make, because let's see where these players end up after this World Cup, man. Patrick Beach, Geordie Boss.
I got one for you.
Ocon Exler, Harrington. Harrington just almost got signed by Barcelona.
Yeah.
Do you think?
What's going
Do
on?
you think Nestory is going to have a better career than some of those top dogs in that golden generation? I reckon he's going to rank after everything's said and done. I reckon he's going to rank in terms of a career. I reckon he'll rank like 3rd or 4th.
Bro, he's the real LeBron James of soccer.
Yeah, hard out he is.
He needs to put more. I can see why a coach can get frustrated with him though.
Yeah, he's young though.
No, but there's a lot of times in the game where loose passes, he's not touching the ball enough. What he's capable of doing is no one's got that ability.
Nobody.
But he needs to be involved more in the game.
He's not the LeBron James of soccer, by the way. He's the Matthew Dellavedova.
But he's electric to watch. He literally got fans off the seats every time he gets the ball. So.
Yeah.
This is going to go down as the best World Cup in history, and drink breaks are actually great for the in-stadium experience because of the hype music.
Let's calm that down right there.
Second one might be a low-key vibe, though. True, in the stadium.
No.
Bro, how good was it, man, when the hydration break came and they played the songs and you get up?
I don't like it.
Jerome's such a hater of that,
I
bro.
don't like
I
it.
actually really liked it.
I don't like it. I'll tell you why.
You didn't like the song choices. If they were dropping Iceman Drizzy, you might have been all right. If they played Janice STFU, you would have liked that.
Well, we are in Canada. Look,
OVO.
Look, I think there's a few reasons. Obviously, hydration break, my buttocks. Right, it was 18 degrees in there last night. It was perfect. You actually didn't need it. But then I guess you can't have it in some games and then not in others based on how everyone feels. Is it warm? Is it not? Is it cold? Is it hard? So, whatever. There's that. Also, we all know, really, let's just cut to it here. It's a chance for sponsorships and ads.
Yeah, but look past that.
Hold on, I'm not done.
Actually go to the experience of it.
Let me just say this. They're Americanizing it. Because every American sport, or most, whatever, run off quarters, and it's almost like they've done it so it's like, okay, the people that aren't into soccer in America, let's try to make it Americanized so it feels like, oh, I've got a break, I can go get a Kit Kat or whatever.
Yeah, but you keep going to the reasons that you keep going to the reasons of why they're doing it, but just go to the actual experience of what it was like when it happened.
Yeah, I think it's suited Australia. But maybe Turkey...
We scored after the break. The hydration break was helpful for us. We scored
That's
after
what I'm saying. But maybe Turkey, if there is that...
But
if there
you're
isn't
not a
that
player. I'm talking about from a fan in the stadium.
Nah, bro. Get rid of it.
All right,
Next one.
You can't support two countries at a World Cup. You've got to choose one.
Ooh, that's a
I
big
think
one. I
you
agree
can.
with that.
I think you
agree
can
with
support
that,
as many as you want, but your heart can only really be with one.
I agree with that, bro.
Your heart can really. There's one that you hedge above everyone. Surely.
Go.
I agree with that.
Why?
It's the same thing as with a club. You can't choose two clubs.
Now that I hate.
Yeah.
Clubs, I hate. Countries?
Like, who do you want to win, bro? Really, who do you want to win?
What if
when we get to that answer, then you have a country that you're going for.
I mean, people weren't like this, but there were some Aussies wearing Turkish shirts.
I saw half scarves.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
I saw half scarves. The lady in front of me was Turkish. She was clapping when we scored. I was like, look, I think I'm not a fan of two teams in anything. You pick one team and you stick by them, khalas. But I think it might be okay if you have a primary team, and then if they get knocked out or they're gone or whatever, you have a team that you have some type of connection to, and you do it. Now, for someone like Norbotic, it's tough.
He's got 18 teams at the World Cup.
He's grown up in 19 countries.
But who do you actually want to do?
Iraq.
Okay.
It's Iraq.
So it comes to one.
I'm genuinely as happy with Australia.
Okay.
Like yesterday, bro.
Genuinely?
Bro, yesterday I was singing anthem, everything.
Yeah, but you'd cry if Iraq won that game. Exactly.
See, there's always one,
It's
bro.
Iraq.
There's always one edging.
It's Iraq. Now, when Australia played Italy, obviously I'm half Italian. Bro, I wanted Italy to lose so bad, bro. I was flogging them off. It sounds weird, but I wanted them to lose. Same with Lebanon if they ever make a World Cup, which is not going to happen. But, man, I'm Aussie. Look at me. I look Aussie.
Yeah. I feel like for Australia, it's where this discussion will come up the most, almost in the world.
Yeah, it literally in the world. Yeah. Will that do us?
Yeah, I think that's it.
So that's all.
That'll do us for our hottest take presented by Samsung. Thank you to the good people there for their support. Guys, remember, use the link in our Instagram story. You get your hot takes in. It's very easy to do. Just follow the prompts, and you could win yourself a Samsung S26.
Every pod for the World Cup.
We'll send it to you. We'll send it to you. Guys, that's Suited and Booted. I'm so tired. I'm so ecstatic. I forgot to even say, our Patreon is going to be absolutely wild in the States, so get on that. I'm going to get abuelas. Like, comment, subscribe, share it around. We love all of yous in the States. We love all of yous back home. We appreciate the support. Suited and Booted.
What? Sorry, I will say, hey, shout out to the Newcastle Jets for donating and helping us get to these bloody games
We love
over
the
here
Jets,
in
man.
Vancouver and in America, man, because we probably would not have been. It would have been very, very difficult for us to get here. So we love you, and Spartan Race Australia. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Shout them out. Suited and Booted, Vancouver. We out.